I am fresh off of a second, that's two fingers right there, viewing of Superman, and I gotta say, I thought it was pretty good. And just because I didn't feel like I had anything to add to the conversation, I wasn't going to make a video about it. But I was conflicted, because there was a little holdback. I walked out of my theater and some random guy just decided to announce to everyone that movie was so bad. I don't know who this little freakazoid was, but he seemed to have a major problem with the movie as a whole. He was pretty cavalier, leveling bland, nonsensical accusations and criticisms towards this movie. So, not to call him out too much, I would just like to run over a few of the things that he said because I think that they were pretty interesting. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He started by saying, "This looks like a Guardians of the Galaxy movie." I tend to be somebody who does care about how movies look and enjoys when movies have their own visual style different from other movies, but that criticism to me felt off because when I was watching it, I didn't instantly think, oh, this is a Guardians of the Galaxy movie. I thought, this is a comic book movie. And sure, there are some fight scenes that lean towards the Guardians of the Galaxy style, but I think that's more to do with the director of photography in the movie because they use the same shooting style for both movies because they did both movies. I also don't think that this is a bad thing. If it looks like a Guardians of the Galaxy movie, that's not a bad thing because those movies are beautiful and that definitely carries over into this movie. They are absolutely different and have many different qualities, one being the color grading is largely very different from those movies. They emphasized 3 major colors throughout the movie, which are blue, red, and yellow, Superman's colors, and I think that does a great job of allowing for other colors to be mixed in. Colors like purple and green can enter without feeling desaturated or overdone. Drink break. And again, I'm not the biggest, I don't know everything about movies, but I do tend to think that I like movies a lot. And I also tend to think that when I watch a movie, I'm able to critically think about the issues and conflicts that I have with the movie as a whole and take what I like and don't like from that movie without saying it's bad or good even entirely necessarily at all. When a movie is extremely bad, I will compare it to another movie in an effort to create something of a parallel so as to better understand what point I'm trying to make. Now, this person who I was standing next to in the hallway of the movie theater did this as well. He compared it to the Brandon Routh Superman movie. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He, as he walked out, claimed that the Superman 2025 that just released made the Brandon Routh Superman look good, thereby not saying the Brandon Routh Superman is good, but this one was so bad that it made the Brandon Routh one retroactively look better. This, to me, is somewhat of a bland buzzwords type statement that people often use just to sort of get their point across without having to say anything that really has any meaning. By all means, go fucking watch it. Like the movie. I don't give a shit. Do whatever you can like the Brandon Routh Superman movie, and you can not like this one. But objectively, this is a better film than the Brandon Routh one. I just think that's true. And as I look back on this movie, the only complaints that I really could say are valid is that maybe it's a little overfull, that it has too much going on. I would say that the first third of the movie, the first day or so, is probably the worst overall out of all 3. It's still not terrible, but it does slow a bit in pace compared to the other 2. And so it does make the other 2 feel much more lively and active, which is something that I actually didn't have a problem with. However, I could understand that as a complaint. There's a starman waiting in the sky. Anyway, I'd just like to say a few things that I liked about the movie so that it doesn't seem like I'm just an angry guy who wants to complain about stuff like this guy. Because if I can say stuff I like about the movie, I can say stuff I like about the movie. So I will say that I think that the movie looks beautiful. I think it looks incredible. I love the dynamic fighting scenes. I think those are really spot on. And I think that, as somebody who enjoys dynamic fight scenes, it really hit home for me that this movie knew what it was doing. I as well really love the characters. I think Lois Lane and Superman are nailed perfectly. And Lex Luthor is entirely too evil. I just love it. He's so maniacal. It's crazy. Like, I don't think they've ever done a Lex Luthor this truly terrible. He's sort of always just a step away from Superman, but in a way that just feels like you can't touch him. And it's so good. I love that. And he's always setting up stuff for Superman to have to deal with so that he can't deal with Lex Luthor straight up. And I love that. But I think Lex Luthor, Superman, and Lois Lane are nailed perfectly, which is what this movie truly had to do to get my interest and my care about this movie. But it goes beyond that with characters like Guy Gardner and Mr. Terrific. Although I do think Hawkgirl was a little underdeveloped, it is a 2-hour movie, and that's a lot of characters to put that much effort into. And I still think they do a lot to make her interesting, so I think it works out. As a whole, I think this movie does a great job at conveying Superman directly from the comics to the movie, while modernizing it for audiences that don't really know Superman that well and need an introduction to him. This can lead to it feeling a little overstuffed at times, but I think that a lot of complaints that I've been hearing about it, in person even, are a little underdeveloped and bland. So overall, I think this movie is pretty great, and I liked it a lot. Thank you for watching. This has been Super On Video. Peace and love. Thank you, peace and love. I'm gonna go now. Goodbye.